What's going on, guys? Nick Adamo here. Been getting a lot of questions from collectors who are just starting out, and they say, I don't know where to start. How should I build my coin collection? Where should I start building it? And we're going to go over that in this video. So here's our website, BullionSharks.com. So a couple things I suggest. Number one, if you're first starting out, you don't need to make a major purchase, very expensive purchase, your first go around. That can come within a couple months' time or as funds allow. I suggest you start with something small, something that piques your interest, that has amazing eye appeal to you, that you think is interesting. And there's two different ways to go about this. If we're sticking with US coins to start, which is what I would stick with, you can start with the classic coins, which are coins, like I said, from the 1900s, 1700s. And then you could also start with modern coins like the Silver Eagle series. Now, if I was to collect modern coins, I definitely would start with the Silver Eagle series. I think it's easy to understand. I think it's cost effective. And I think, like I said, it's a pretty low learning curve for most collectors. And it's also very pretty. Now, if I was going to start with classic coins, I would probably start with Dansko albums. Now, I'll show you what these are. We'll just look at, for instance, the Roosevelt dimes. Now, this is what they call a Dansko album. I like these for multiple reasons. Reason number one, they're usually very cost-effective, inexpensive, great sets to get your feet wet. As you see, the Dansko album here is a leather-bound book, has all the spaces to put coins in over time if you choose to put the set together over time and hunt for them. You have the different mint marks, labels everything nicely, and displays them nicely. And then you have information here, usually in the books, corresponding with the series. So it gives you some background, and even someone who's a novice, never knew anything about these coins, could see the historical significance, the rarity, and also it displays the coins really nicely, and it's a nice presentation. Now, this whole set, for the whole complete silver Roosevelt dime set, is only $399. It's a beautiful presentation, like I said, something to share with your loved ones or other collectors or your grandkids or your kids. And it really, like I said, allows you to start at an affordable price point and put these together over time and fill in those spaces and almost make it like a game, right? If you want to buy the whole thing in one shot, you could do that too. Now, you could buy these Dansko albums for not just Roosevelt dimes, but for Walking Liberty half dollars, which I'll show you now. Franklin half dollars, which I'll show you in a minute. So if we go here, see, Walking Liberty half dollar album, Dansko album. Nice presentation. You want to go to Franklin half dollars. Should be here somewhere, probably towards the end. Yep, Franklin half dollar books. See, as you can see, the coins come in the book. You can collect them over time. You can collect them in different qualities too. So for instance, this is a very good to extra fine quality set. So you can see the coins are pretty original. But if you wanted to, you could actually collect these in a brilliant uncirculated condition. So let's go to the highest price, because this will be one of the highest prices. Okay. So now you see, for a couple hundred extra bucks, you can get the Mint State set. Complete series from 1948 to 63. And like I said, it's a really nice set to put together. And again, depending on how much money you're looking to spend or the series that you just like better in general, you could put these together. If you want to spend a little more money, you could do something like the Franklin half dollar set or the Walking Liberty half dollar set. But if you want to spend less, you could do the Roosevelt dimes. You might also want to do something like a proof set, which has really nice eye appeal. Of course, it's going to be more appealing to the eye than a mint state. So just to show you, right? Here's a complete set of the proof Franklin half dollars. Have that glossy, watery-like finish. So there's different price points. $2,000, almost $2,100 here for a proof set. The mint state set, a little over $1,000 complete, and then you can get the lower grade ones if that's in your budget. and pay around $600-700. So, but like I said, they're nice for a variety of different reasons, and they're great starter sets. You're completing a whole series, which is nice, whether you do it all at once or over time. There's a price point for everybody. And also at the end of the day, like I said, you're buying historical coins, American piece of history, for a very affordable price point. So if I was to start in the classic coins, I would start with something like the Roosevelt dimes, the Franklin half dollars, the Walking Liberty half dollars, something to that fact of the matter, even maybe Mercury dimes. But you could buy something where you're working towards a purpose of putting together the whole set, so you can fill them in as your budget allows, or buy it all in one shot. Now, if I was to collect modern coins to start, American coinage, I would start with the Silver Eagles. Why do I say that? Similarly to the classic coins, you could buy a Dansko album of the Silver Eagles, which, since these coins are all 1 ounce, it's going to be a little more expensive. But for almost a complete set, looking around $2,300, probably up till 2024. If this set had those additional coins, you'd be talking around $2,300, $2,400, $2,500. But again, comes in a beautiful Dansko album, nice display. You can collect one of every year. Silver Eagles started in 1986, go all the way to present day, and they make different types of finishes. And you can choose the finish that you like the best, whether it be a mint state set like this, whether it be proof Silver Eagles, which has that beautiful glossy water-like finish like these, right? You could put together a whole set of these. Or if you want to do the burnished, which will look like this and have the mint mark. And they're pretty affordable. The burnished Silver Eagles in a perfect grade 70, the average coin probably runs you around $140, $50. Some of the better dates, like 2006, a little bit more, 2012. But the thing is, though, is that if you want to put together a complete perfect 70 set, certified and all, a couple $1,000, maybe close to $3,000, you have the whole set. And it's certified and all in 70. Now, the mint state Silver Eagles, if you want to collect those, I would probably collect them either in a 69 grade, which we have those sets as well, or I would collect them in a brilliant uncirculated condition in the Dansko album. Like I said, you could build it over time, buy one every year. But the reason why I recommend those in a 69 for the mint states is the 70s, the older dates in the 90s, the 80s, and the early 2000s. Some of them are worth $5,000, $10,000 a coin, so it could become a very expensive set. So it's not a set I would probably recommend for beginners. I would more recommend, like I said, the proofs, which are pretty obtainable in original government packaging, ungraded, or in a 69 grade if you want to spend a little more money, or a mint state set if you're going to get the mint states in 69 grade, because you get the whole set for around $2,500. The Silver Eagles I like for new collectors because there's a lot of information out there on them. It's easily attainable. Some of the classic coins, it's a little bit harder sometimes to find information, whether it be mintages, how many coins certified in a certain grade, whether it be, certain mint marks worth more than others. With these coins, the Silver Eagles, the price points, if you're getting 69 grade coins or raw, are not too far off from each other. So you won't have a huge variation in price from a brilliant uncirculated 1986 or 87 versus a 1993. You'll pay extra, of course, for the older, better dates, but not thousands and thousands more like you could be talking with a perfect mint state 70 Silver Eagle, or a classic coin that, one mint mark is worth $100 and, a San Francisco mint mark, a different mint mark, is worth thousands. So that typically doesn't happen as much with the modern day Silver Eagles. Also, the Silver Eagles, the design has been the same basically for 40 years plus, and then they finally changed it in 2021 to the Type 2. But the design, the obverse, which is Adolf Wyman's design of Walking Liberty, and the reverse design typically stay the same throughout the series for 30 plus years. So, that happens, of course, also with some of the classic, series. But, the fact of the matter is, though, is that it just makes it easy when, you're looking at the same kind of design for every coin. Now, whether you choose to get the modern coins or the classic coins, there's no right or wrong answer. I think that first off, you need to say what intrigues me the most. Do the modern coins tickle my fancy because of the design and that every coin is a 1 ounce silver eagle, it's 1 ounce of silver? Or is it I just like the historical value and I want to go back in time and put together a Mercury dime set because I like the eye appeal? You'll get more silver for your buck buying the modern coins like the Silver Eagle series. So dollar for dollar, if you spend $3,000, you're going to get more silver for your buck for the Silver Eagle series than you are versus a Mercury dime set, a Franklin half-dollar set, a Roosevelt dime set. So if you want to have more silver in your collection to start, the Silver Eagle series would be the way to go. But if you don't care about that as much and you just want to really have the collectability of it, the numismatic value, you can go with the classic coins. But we have all this on our site. But like I said, once again, if you're starting your collection, you want to start with stuff that there's tons of information out there on NGC's website, PCGS website, CAC's website, that you can get the populations, how many coins graded in that grade, and stuff that's not going to cost you a fortune, but series that could be put together really nicely over time. Like I said, all these series can be put together over time at an affordable price point. And, there's different finishes and different types that you could choose from. So whatever has the best eye appeal for you and excites you the most, you can collect. But like I said, in just basically in closing here, if you're going to put together a coin collection for the first time ever, if you want something that has the most silver, Silver Eagle set's the way to go. If you want something that has the most different types of varieties of finishes, at a reasonable price point, the Silver Eagle sets are the way to go. And you could put them from 86 on together till 2024, present day. If you want something that has real nostalgia, numismatic value, less silver, but you don't care as much about that, you can collect the classic sets and the Dansko albums. Some of the coins might be hard to find individually because some of them are very inexpensive, and by the time you pay for shipping and everything else, it might be a little more expensive than you like. But, like I said, if you're purely collecting, then, and you want numismatic value and you want nostalgia and history and everything else in between, the classic coins could be, like I said, a great way to start with the Dansko albums. But, guys, that's really how I would start collecting. Start small, find what you like, complete some series so you have a goal in mind versus just buying random coins. And you can go from there. You could always, like I said, switch to something else down the road. Till next time, guys.